Good morning, happy Saturday. I'm getting a later start today because I went to bed really late, maybe 1:30. And today my first event or compromiso, place where I have to be is not until 5 o'clock, even though I have a lot of things that I want to do throughout the day. So I had flexibility. Today I wanted to talk about flexibility a little bit because I don't think in this group in September we have talked much about the 80-20 rule. And what is the 80-20 rule is, for those of you that have been here, you already know, but this is for the new people. It's something I learned from Tony Robbins, where he says that if we are disciplined and we do what we're supposed to do for 80% of the time, we will be successful. And what happens with the other 20%? The other 20%, we're human, we relax, we enjoy, we treat ourselves. So you don't have to exercise every single day. I do because I've been doing it for so long that for me it's become, I always tell people, my therapy. I feel better if I do it, but that's me. You have to do you, right? So especially when you start, don't be so demanding on yourself because that can lead to failure in the long run because you won't be able to maintain that level of commitment. So let's say if you want to be 100%, which as humans, God never made us to be perfect, right? So we're never going to be perfect. So you're setting yourself up for failure if you try to strive for 100% and for perfection because it won't happen. So if you say, okay, 80% of the time I want to eat well for my body, I want to exercise to do my body right. Everything's about health. It's not about so much everything else because your why has to be in the right place, right? So what I wanted to share is that last night, it was a late night because we had a commitment at church because we're going to be part of a team for our upcoming retreat, right? So the meeting ran late, and I had eaten from 12 to 7, I think. But I knew I hadn't eaten enough, because I wanted to have my Shakeology. So instead of having food, I had like a very hefty Shakeology. So when we came back, I don't even know what time it was. Everybody was still hungry, even though we had had dinner here at the house before. So my husband prepared something for him, the kids ate something, and I said, you know what? I want to eat. I don't know if it's that I want to eat or I'm hungry, but I think I'll be fine. And even though I'm usually very strict about my fasting period because it's a lifestyle, I've been doing it for so long. There are days like last night where I have to listen to my body. So I made myself this salad. It was purely greens. I didn't add anything else, only some pine nuts and olive oil and and some kombucha. So yeah, it was like a smaller meal, but it was a meal. And I slept well, and so I wanted to share that with you guys because when we are too strict and we have very high expectations and we take away the human factor, the emotional and the spiritual, then we're never gonna be able to attain the health that we want to attain. That's what happens to a lot of people. So they're like, I need to follow this meal plan. I need to exercise this way, and then when they don't do it, they beat themselves up. And they're like, oh, I was so bad. I, I don't think you're ever gonna hear me say I was so bad when it comes to health or food at this point in my life. So then what happens is that they say, okay, I was already bad. I did that for years, that diet mentality. I was already bad, so now I'm going to eat all the food and binge, and then tomorrow I'll start my diet, or Monday I'll start my diet. So if you can try to remember that and get yourself away from that mentality, if you ever find yourself that you didn't choose the right food and you ate too much sugar or whatever, don't just go overboard. It's like there's this analogy of, if you're in a car and you get a flat tire, does that mean that then you're going to what do you call it, like puncture all the other 3 tires because you have one flat tire anyway, so you have to. I think I killed this story. I don't think it goes like that, but you get the point. It's like take it one moment at a time and be kind to yourself, and flexibility, flexibility, flexibility. Okay, have a great Saturday. Oh my God, this video is long. Sorry, I always do that. Okay.